Bucs take the ball down the field and score on their opening drive. Extra point up and good by Suckup, and that makes the score 7-0. That one in the books as a 12-play drive, and it's all finished off with a touchdown by Tampa Bay. This will be fielded inside the 5. And he takes this near the 25, just a little pass there, call it the 26. Now on the return here, we've got an injured player down there. Well, he gets attended to. We'll step aside. Ryan will bring the Falcons up now 1st and 10 at their own 26. Throwing to start the drive. Ryan flushed out right. This one caught by Ridley. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8, 2nd and 2. The numbers for Ridley a week ago. I asked him before the game, did you know that you were close to 200 last week? He said, oh, yeah, I knew I was right on the doorstep, just short of it, but a touchdown as well. Heck of a game.
I like that he was honest with you because they always know. They keep track in their head. They understand their yardage. How'd you like to be the defense?
Entering franchise screen, you have 7 options. Resume is selected.
This was a week of open field tackling practice because you know he's going to get his catches. The key is to limit him after the catch, put him on the ground. This defense is a difficult one to prepare for, one of the best in the league. They'll come at you from all angles, and they did a nice job there stopping him for a loss.
And that will fall incomplete. Oh, they took a shot there on what will turn out to be the final play of this first quarter. And boy, down a touchdown already, but they're going to line up to go for it on their side of the field. They're going on. Oh, the Buccaneer pressure too much. Down he goes. Boy, a curious decision to go for it. Doesn't pan out, and it'll be a turnover on. And you think the coach may have some questions to answer?
Yeah, and, you know, normally we focus on the media, right? The social media barrage that he's going to get for this one. How about on his own sideline and in his locker room? Because I think the team's going to look at my coach. Why would we go for it there? I mean, no confidence in the defense. You don't like the punter. I mean, what's going on here? You want some explanations.
And they're going to get him. He's sacked back around the 28. Foyesade Aluakin has now recorded 10 sacks on the season. The sack backs him up 3rd and long. Tough challenge for Brady and the Bucs. Looking to throw. Brady got his man complete over the middle. It's Brown. And he does not get to the first down marker as they stop him at the 19. And Suckup will put this one right through, and the lead moves to 10-zip. So that one on target, and it adds to this first half lead.
And maybe we're too early to worry too much about 1-score lead, 2-score lead, etc. But this is where you kind of start banking those points that come in helpful later on.
And a nice return sets him up pretty good here right at the 30-yard line. So for the second time in this one, we get set to see the Falcons offense. And on that live, went for it on 4th, turned it over. Good job by their defense, though. They held him to 3, but this offense, they've got to be a little bit better, a little bit more careful here.
And sometimes when you see these calls on 4th down, when they decide to go for it, it's not necessarily the coach saying, I believe in my offense. Sometimes the coach saying, I believe in my defense. I can afford to go for it here, because if we don't get it, I don't think we'll give up more.
And that is caught at the 10-yard line. And he takes it all the way down to the 3. It's a big play there for Atlanta. After the big play, a chance to finish now on 1st and goal. Ryan. Escaping the pressure right. And that is incomplete. Oh, the coverage a little too good there. And it's 2nd down.
I think that was good strategy there, trying to go right back to him after the last completion. But this time, the defense was all over him, and they got there to break that one up.
Throw right side, caught by Davis. Touchdown, Falcons. Mike Davis with a lucky number 13 touchdowns now on the year. And the Falcons have cut it to within a score. Koo able to connect. Extra point, and the lead is down to a field goal. Following the touchdown, here's Koo to kick off. And this will not be returned. It's a touchback, and they'll begin at the 25. Back now comes Tampa Bay. And they're not going to play this conservative, I don't think. They had the field goal last time, and they're up, but they're looking to put a drive in the end zone.
Oh, I agree with you totally. No one goes out on the field and says, all right, let's just settle for 3, except in certain situations, trying to ice a game, that sort of deal. Most of the time, it's end zone, and that's what you're thinking, and I believe that's exactly what they're thinking as they begin this one.
Yeah, no quarterback ever goes out there saying, hey, let's get 3, right?
Not one that I've ever met.
And he takes this thing way down into Atlanta territory. A big play there on the catch and run. A real field flipper there as all of a sudden they've got a first down in the red zone. Now Brady. Touchdown! Mike Evans with touchdown number 7 on the year as the Buccaneers tack on to their lead. Extra point put through by Succop, and his guys will take a 10-point lead. And following the touchdown now, it's Bradley Pinion on to kick this one away. Fielded just outside the goal line. And not much happening on the return as he'll get this to about the 23. The Atlanta offense out there for their next drive. And, of course, this a critical game in regards to not just the division. And down he goes, a Buccaneer sack. William Golston picks up his 2nd sack of the afternoon. And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action. A reminder, once we hit halftime, as we do all season, we'll send it down to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. He'll have all the stats and scores from games in progress around the NFL.
The best multitasker in the business, the coach.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Now, and that's going to be incomplete. The contact there enough to jar that ball free, and it brings up 4th down. And how about this? 4th and long, and they're going to go for it. They'll try and throw for it with Ryan. Eluding the pressure right. Now he's going to throw deep right side. And it looked like he got the feet down, did he? Yes. It's a catch. Touchdown, Falcons. Hayden Hurst, 84 yards. And the Falcons draw a bit closer. Extra point by Koo, up and good. And the lead is down to a field goal. Just a 4-play drive that time. And the Falcons score to cap it off. Following the touchdown, here's Koo to kick off. And this will be a touchback, so they'll bring it out to the 25. Again, we see Tom Brady and the Bucs set to take over. And he's been good. 2 first-half touchdown passes, no interceptions so far.
Does a lot for your confidence. Does a great deal for your team. Gives them a lead, and they're feeling really good about how they're playing. I think he expects to throw at least another one.
I was going to say, now he wants the first-half hat trick, doesn't he?
Oh, without a doubt. Go ahead and fling him on the field, folks. He wants that type of celebration.
So 1 play, and they're already just shy of midfield. Shotgun now for Brady. And that throw behind his man. He missed him. Incomplete. They don't get the hook up there, but you really have to marvel at how precise he's been throwing the football these last couple weeks.
Oh, that's the perfect word for it, precise. Because if you're at 70% or better, 2 weeks in...
Oh, he can't get away, and Brady will go down. It'll go in the books as a 7-yard loss on the sack, and it's 3rd down. And he's got some space here. And they will finally get him down, but not before he takes this to the Falcons' 12-yard line. Now the Bucs going to use the first of their timeouts as it comes with 22 seconds to go here in half number one. Brady now on first down. And his throw is incomplete.
I think he's got to be careful not to force anything into coverage right there. There were throwing lanes, but the best part for him, he's got second and third down to fall back on.
That is caught inside the 5. The Bucs going to go ahead and use the second of their timeouts as it'll come with 15 seconds to play in the first half. Brady looking to throw on 3rd and 2. And they're going to get to him. A sack. Sack back at the 9-yard line. Now a timeout signaled for, and they'll get it with 10 seconds to go before halftime. Succop's kick is good. And they stretch the lead to 6. It's 20-14 now. No problems in the field goal department so far. He's 2 for 2.
Pretty reliable here in this game, isn't he? And to me, that bodes well for them. If they need him late in the game, his confidence should be sky high.
From the 10. And they'll start this timeout with 2 seconds remaining in the second quarter. Play of the first half, barring a penalty.
Entering franchise screen, you have 7 options. Resume is selected.
as they come up on 1st and 10.
Right there, 54, right there, 54, Mike. Watch the curve,
Final play of the half. It's Ryan. And a dangerous throw there as that's knocked down and incomplete. So we have reached halftime here with the visiting Buccaneers out on top. As we send you down to Orlando where Jonathan Coachman has our EA Sports halftime report. Coach.
All right, Brandon, thanks very much. Things definitely getting interesting around the NFL as we begin the month of December. So let's get right to it. We'll get started over at the Superdome in New Orleans. And as you see, they were winners back on Thursday night. Jameis Winston leading the way in the victory with 3 touchdown passes. From there, we move to H-Town to check on the Texans at home at NRG Stadium. And they have the lead in that one over the visiting Indianapolis Colts. Deshaun Watson has thrown a touchdown pass. Finally, let's get down to Miami to see what's going on with the Dolphins. And in that one is the visiting Giants who have the lead. Daniel Jones has thrown a touchdown pass. In the game you're watching, it's who else? Tom Brady with a strong first half. He's thrown for close to 200 yards already, and that's helped propel his guys into the lead. As we send you back to Brandon Gaudin.
It'll be Falcons football, and they trail here as we get back underway on EA Sports. Taking it about the 1. And he'll take it a yard or so past the 20, call it the 21. About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. And they're still very much in this game, although they do trail. What's the game plan, Charles, for the second half?
It might be a little counterintuitive because most people will think losing equals passing the ball more, but I'd establish the running game. They kind of went away from it in the first half. I think if they get back in balance.
And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. They'll wind up losing 10 on the sack, and it'll lead to a 3rd and long. After the sack, they'll come up now 3rd and long.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised to see them run the ball here just to try and get some space.
Flush to his right. And this is going to be caught, but they'll say out of bounds. So it's incomplete. And now a whistle and a timeout called by the kicking team. And that's going to leave them with just 1 timeout remaining still in the 3rd quarter. We'll see if that comes back to haunt them. We'll be back. The offense going to stay out there. They've converted once, failed once. What can they do here on 4th down? Now, meanwhile, they go for it on 4th down, and my goodness, incomplete. A surprising move to go for it, predictably, at least somewhat predictably. It doesn't pay off. And now, goodness, possession's going to go over right at the 10-yard line. And here we go again with Tom Brady in Tampa's offense. What can they do now, Charles, to make sure this highlight montage doesn't continue to show more pressure and pressure and pressure?
You feel like it always comes back to leverage, don't you? Who is going to win that battle of the offensive and defensive lines? Low man wins. We talk about that, but we think about it in a running game. But guess what? The same thing happens when you're trying to pass protect. Are you low? Are you balanced? Are you in a position where the pass rush won't bowl you over on their way back to the quarterback? They've got to reestablish that in order to try and keep their man upright.
As they have been bowled over a lot so far in this one. Oh, not sure he saw the linebacker there as that's batted down and incomplete. Throwing is Brady on 3rd down. Over the middle, he finds Godwin complete. The completion good for only 6, and that'll bring up 4th. So Brady departs, and on is Ryan Succop for the Buccaneer field goal. From the left hash, should be a fairly easy one here. And Succop will put this one right. And that will make this a 9-point lead. So that one is his 3rd of the game. Now, if you're wondering, that's only halfway to his career high, as he once had 6 field goals.
Brandon, 6? Let's hope we don't get that again, please. Can we see a few touchdowns here and there?
That'd be nice. And makes it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line. The Atlanta offense out there for their next drive. And last time, went for it on fourth, didn't get it. See if they can pick themselves up off the mat and do better this go-around.
Sometimes I have this vision of coaches writing notes to themselves before a game, and sometimes that note says, be aggressive, stay aggressive. Maybe that's what we saw in the last possession.
Yeah, they were very aggressive. This time, will it result in points? We'll find out. On 1st and 10, it's Ryan. And that, nearly picked off. Well, it would have been a great time for their first interception of the game. Instead, it's 2nd down. On 2nd and 10, Ryan. And it's a leaping effort, but it's knocked away and incomplete. So now 3rd and 10, a big play to start the drive, but nothing since. Here's Ryan to throw. Airing it out, looking for Ridley. And that's almost intercepted. Oh, they would have loved to have their first pick of the game right there, but at least get them to 4th down. The 3 straight incompletions, they don't care. That hasn't dissuaded them. They're good.
Argy. Entering franchise screen, you have 5 options. Resume is selected.
Go for it on 4th. And he will find Ridley. That's complete. And now this is going to be close. The defense says they stopped him, and they did. The Falcons go for it, but it doesn't work out. And the Buccaneers defense holds, and they get the football back. The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. On 1st and 10, here's Brady. He's got it complete to Gronkowski. Him to just...
Entering franchise screen, you have 7 options. Resume is selected.
Completion was given up, but that's why you play zone defense, so that you can have people around the ball when it's caught, and you don't give up much run after the catch.
Throwing again on 2nd down. Brady, and his throw's going to be incomplete. So after the 2nd down incompletion, they'll come up now against a 3rd and 6. To throw is Brady. And that is incomplete. Not as bad. Where we sit right now in the 3rd quarter, he's had a pretty good game throwing the football.
He certainly has, and it's not exactly at the point where we're doing 4-minute offense yet, but they've got to think about, I'm not going to say milking the clock, but understanding clock management here on out.
8 yards on the return following a punt of 41. And possession will switch hands, 1st and 10. Matt Ryan and the Falcon offense set to get going again. And the stats on the screen tell the story. A great start. This defense, they made some good adjustments, so he's fallen off since.
You have to like what they did in the half, but you also have to like the fact that they hung in there. Despite the fact they had a tough first half, he was locked in, right? Rocking and rolling. They came out, made their adjustments, got their confidence back. Now they're causing them all sorts of trouble.
From up near the 40 now after the big play to start, here's another 1st and 10. Flushed out right. To the right side and complete to Hurst. Now he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35.
A couple of first downs right in succession, and this is an offense that can really use a good drive, and they're off to a fast start here.
Throwing now, Ryan on 1st down. Going right side here, and that's complete. And he's got this down almost to the 20 before he's dropped.
Well, so far, little to no resistance by the defense on this drive alone. 3 passes, 3 completions, 3 first downs. They're taking it to him, and it's paying off.
And Ryan's throw taken in by Ridley here. And this will be a gain of 6 when it's all said and done. Down to the 15 from the 21. To throw again is Ryan. Escaping the pressure right. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete. Now they face a 3rd down and 4 after that incompletion on 2nd down. Now it's Ryan. Eluding the pressure right. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Levante David. He's at the 50. The 30. 10. And it's a pick 6. He brings it back to the house for a Buccaneer TD. Well, you don't want to coach him, Charles, to stay in the pocket on every play, but I guess that's the danger of getting outside of the pocket, extending a play, and making a bad throw. Turns into 6 points the other way.
Yeah, sometimes when you get outside the pocket, your vision actually gets obscured a little bit, or you narrow it down too much, and you don't see all the defenders in the area.
So after the INT, it's Brady to the end zone, but it's incomplete.
I know they didn't tack on the 2 points, but I liked their attempt. After the interception return for a touchdown, I was thinking to myself, forget kicking it, go for 2, and they did.
Well, yeah, and everybody's scrambling. Maybe you catch the defense on their heels. They weren't ready to be out there.
Yeah, it's almost like a sudden change, right? There's a turnover, you take it away, they stuck it in the end zone, keep the momentum going. Give credit to the defensive guys for rallying and stopping that 2-point attempt.
Flush to his right. To the sideline, and look at that catch. Dragging the toes, and it's going to be a 1st down. Well done. It's a big play there for Atlanta. So the big play changes the complexion of things. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the 30. And that is going to do it for this 3rd quarter of action. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. That is taken in by Hurst. And down he goes, taking it inside the 10, just shy of the 5 at the 6. First and goal, and they got to be thinking a chance to get right back into this football game. Here's Ryan. Flushed out right. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete. 2 of their 3 red zone trips so far, they've come up empty on. They'll look to reverse that trend on second and goal. Caught right side, Davis. And the stop will come inside the 5 at the 4. Only able to pick up 2, and that leads us to third and goal. Ryan will throw again. Right back to Davis. It's complete. And he'll go backwards, losing yardage to the 5. This will wind up a loss on the play, and that will bring up an interesting decision here on 4th and goal.
Completed pass brings up a 4th down situation. Do you play analytics on this one? Well, you know, what do your analytics tell you about going for it here? I wonder what they would say.
They tell me you're down. And he is into the end zone for a Falcon touchdown. Matt Ryan, a 5-yard touchdown run. And the Falcons' decision to go for it pays off with 6 points. And now in a 9-point game, they'll still just need to go for 1 here. As this gets them back within a touchdown and a 2-point conversion. A drive that time of 6 plays. And it's finished off with a 5-yard touchdown run. Following the touchdown, here's Koo to kick off. This fielded right at the goal line. And he'll be tackled just shy of the 25. The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. Their lead back down to 1 score after the touchdown a moment ago. First down's a must on this drive as they start out here 1st and 10. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12. Working from the gun, it's Brady. And his throw here's incomplete. The Bucs on 3rd down. They're at 50%, 4 for 8. This is 3rd down and 12. Now Brady. It's complete to Brown, right side. And he'll be out of bounds across the 30-yard line. They'll get 10 there, but it leaves them just short for 4th down. Here's Bradley Pinion now as he'll punt it away for the 2nd time. 44 on his first punt, and this is a good kick as well. Fielded at the 20. A nice punt, but a good run back as well of 13 yards. And that will come the offense as they take over. Ryan and the Falcons now come up 1st and 10 at the 33-yard line. Throwing to start the drive. Ryan on the Buccaneer, pressure too much. Down he goes. The sack by the Super Bowl champion and Pro Bowler Jason Pierre-Paul. Don't need it all back at once, but you figure they're going to need something here. 17 yards to go on 2nd down. Oh, the pressure too great, and he goes down once more. Shaquille Barrett make that now 8 sacks for him on the season. So the sack pushes him back, and now 3rd and long for Ryan and the Falcons. Now Ryan eluding the pressure right. On the run, he'll let this go deep right side. And this will be incomplete. Players with a shot at it that time, but neither coming away with it. 1 score down, here we go. They're going to go for it here on 4th down. Here we go, it's Ryan on 4th down. On the run, he'll let this go deep right side. And that's going to wind up incomplete. However, we do have a flag down. Let's check in with our referee. This home crowd, they're happy with that call.
I like the way you said happy there, right? The so-called good guys didn't get a call. They feel like it's been that way all afternoon. You feeling their pain?
They finally got one. Oh, wide open, complete. Touchdown, Falcons. Hayden Hurst, his 2nd touchdown of the game, giving him 12 on the season. And the Falcons have a chance to tie things up as they trail by 2 here in the 4th. To throw for it is Ryan. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete. And the failure to convert and tie the game. Now the pressure shifts back to the defense.
But I think play. I think it was the right call to try and tie the game there. Kick an extra point, you're still down one. What's the sense? I like what they did.
Taken at the goal line. And able to get this across the 20, but not much further as he's dropped it to 23-yard line. The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. And a tight game after last time. See if they can get something going on this drive.
As they head to the field now, with a game this close, you've got to feel there's a sense of urgency for them going on offense right now. But they have to do it without letting panic creep in and affect their play.
They'll try and run some clock with Fournette. And he'll take this ahead for about 4. Second down coming up. Now a second down and 6. Back to the ground, this time with Jones. First down and much more here for Jones. And finally down at the 36-yard line.
Well, they picked up a little bit of yardage there, and now, in this situation, should be in no hurry to run a play really fast. Let the clock wind down.
Victory formation now for the Buccaneers. Down to a knee they go. So time has run out on what will be a Tampa Bay victory. And it was a game where they got out to a pretty good size lead, and then they had to hang on for dear life at the end.
Not exactly how you would draw it up. You would continue to score and find ways to keep your lead pretty well throughout the game. But they did find a way to win, as you noted. Hung on at the end as the big rush came at them. Fortunately enough, they put enough points on the board to have enough of a cushion that they're able to survive what happened in the fourth quarter.
So for the Bucs, they continue to make their case for the playoffs as they move to 9-3. And they'll head back home next week to take on the Buffalo Bills. Meanwhile, for Atlanta, it's a loss that could wind up costing them a first-round bye as they dip to 9-3. And they'll be on the road next week for a matchup with the Carolina Panthers.
Post-game report player stats.
So for our entire crew, alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gordon. Thanks for watching, everybody. We'll see you next time.
Finish game.